Welcome in. Gonna finish off where Bernie started earlier broadcast today and do another 10 games of September and then let Bernie finish it out tomorrow. And we will be ready for the postseason. So let's take a look at some of the interesting games we've got. I'm going to follow these along sim a day or two here and find a good matchup because we got some good Philadelphia D-Gens tied. Lancaster, Manchester just a game apart. So this ought to be good. Let's see, D-Gens tied for Philly on the road at Cleveland, and they shut them out. Beantown, 4.5 back, still in it, gets a key win. St. Louis, a win. Looks like they're pretty much going to wrap this up. Lehigh with a win on the road at Florence. Chico's shuts out Hadley Lake. Philadelphia gets by Vegas. Hagerstown over Washington. Amazing clobber San Fran. Lancaster now 2 up with a 10-1 win, and Chicago and Edmonton. Edmonton gets a win. Edmonton still not technically out. I'm going to play some games on Friday the 13th. Amazing loses. Beanville, another win, staying 4 back. Manchester shuts out Lancaster. St. Louis, a 4-0 win. Chico's loses to Hadley Lake, and Philly on a hot streak. So let's take a look at the 13th, see what games we have to highlight. Let me do one of my own team against Beantown here. What the heck? Florence, a winner. Philly, still on a roll. D-Gens, a winner. Vegas loses. Oh, that's a killer. That's going to hurt MV when he sees that. A 12-11 one-run loss in 10 innings. Lancaster loses, so Manchester just a game back. Edmonton with a win. And game 2 here, Chico's at Philly. Philly gets another win. So let me fire up. Haven't played my Lehigh team on the road here, and I'm going to try out these settings here. Oh my gosh, I hate these buttons popping up. There we go. Johnny Allen against Red Faber.
Pitching for Beantown, Johnny Allen.
Got the play-by-play on. I'll let the narrator call the synopsis.
Burkhead fly to shallow center, 1 out. Abreu struck out, 2 out. Mays lined a single to right center. Mays stole second. Giambi grounded to first, 3 out. Pitching for Lehigh, Red Faber. Doby grounded to the pitcher, 1 out. Liriano hit a solo homer down the right field line, 347 feet, Beantown 1 Lehigh 0. Freeman line to third, 2 out. Williams grounded to short, 3 out.
Strike 3!
McCovey struck out, 1 out.
Strike 3!
Campanella struck out, 2 out.
Strike 3!
Ramirez struck out, 3 out. McGriff fly to deep right center, 1 out. Rosen grounded a single between third and short. Story grounded to third, forcing Rosen at second, 2 out. McKen grounded to short, 3 out.
Pay.
Alomar singled on the infield. Brett doubled off the wall in right center, Alomar to third.
Ball, ball.
Burkett walked. A brew fly deep down the right field line, sacrifice, Alomar scored, 1 out, Lehigh 1 Beantown 1. Mays grounded to short, second to first double play, 3 out.
Ball, ball.
Cullenbine walked. Doby grounded to first, forcing Cullenbine at second, 1 out. Liriano grounded to second, second to first double play, 3 out. Giambi fly to shallow right center, 1 out.
Strike 3.
McCovey struck out, 2 out. Campanella fly to deep center, 3 out. Freeman grounded to second, 1 out. Williams lined a double down the third base line, Williams K injured. McGriff struck out, 2 out. Thompson is the new runner at second.
Strike 3.
Rosen struck out, 3 out. Ramirez fly deep down the left field line, 1 out. Alomar struck out, 2 out. Brett grounded to second, 3 out. Story grounded to third, 1 out. McKen grounded to first, 2 out.
Ball, ball.
Cullenbine walked.
Strike 3.
Doby struck out, 3 out. Burkett lined a single up the middle. Burkett stole second.
Strike 3.
Abreu struck out, 1 out. Mays intentionally walked. Giambi fly to center, 2 out. McCovey fly to right center, 3 out. Liriano line to second, 1 out. Freeman doubled off the wall down the right field line.
Strike 3.
Thompson struck out, 2 out. McGriff fly deep down the right field line, 3 out. Campanella fly to deep left center, 1 out.
Strike 3.
Ramirez struck out, 2 out.
Strike 3.
Alomar struck out, 3 out.
Strike 3.
Rosen struck out, 1 out.
Out.
Story grounded to short, 2 out.
Two.
McKen doubled to right center.
Strike 3.
Cullenbine struck out, 3 out.
Ball 4.
Brett walked.
Strike 3.
Burkhead struck out, 1 out. Abreu popped to the catcher, 2 out.
Ball 4.
Mays walked, Brett to second. Giambi line to second, 3 out. Doby fly to deep right center, 1 out. Liriano grounded to first, 2 out. Freeman popped to second, 3 out.
Strike 3.
McCovey struck out, 1 out.
Strike 3. You're out.
Campanella struck out, 2 out. Ramirez line to third, 3 out. Thompson lined a single up the middle.
Strike 3.
McGriff struck out, 1 out.
Strike 3.
Rosen struck out, 2 out.
Strike 3.
Story struck out, 3 out. Alomar grounded to the pitcher, 1 out. Brett singled between first and second. Burkhead line to first, Brett caught off first, 3 out. McKen line to third, 1 out. Cullenbine line to center, 2 out. Doby lined a single to right.
Wow. Who knew Liriano could hit 2 homers in a season, let alone one game? All right. Let's see. 14th. St. Louis 12-2. D-Gens a 1-run loss. Lehigh and Beantown another 1-run loss for Lehigh. Chico's beats Philly. T-ville a winner. Edmonton. Doubleheader here. St. Louis puts up big runs in both. Amazing beats Lancaster. Chicago. How about Manchester Crystal Lake? Oh, a 6-2 win, and they are tied in the rain delay. Degen's a halfback of Philly, so let's see what happens. Beantown on a roll, sweeps Lehigh. Cleveland a winner. Degens wins. St. Louis gets beat this time. Philly wins. Lancaster with a win. Edmonton a win. And a double header here. And Lehigh wins the fourth game of the series. And there is Manchester. So let's see as we move on. We'll get through today. Lehigh beats Degens 3-2, 7-0 Beantown win. What do we got on the 17th? What matchups do we have? Oh, we've got Manchester and Chicago. That might be a game I play next. T-ville, a doubleheader against Hadley Lake, and they split. Degens returns the favor, beats Lehigh by 1. Philly loses. St. Louis a winner. Beantown gets beat by Chico's. Crystal Lake a winner. Florence a winner, and San Fran a winner. So let's move on and take a look at Manchester at Chicago. Jim Perry and Rube Waddell.
Pitching for Chicago, Rube Waddell. Randolph line to second, 1 out.
Since my screen is shaken and we don't know why, let's get this one. Let's see. It's odd we've got this picture down here like that, but you change the lineup sides.
Beltra grounded to third, 2 out. Williams grounded to third, safe on throwing error, Williams to second.
Ball 4.
Donlin walked. Smith fly to deep right center, 3 out. Pitching for Manchester, Jim Perry. Chance singled up the middle.
Peace. Chance
stole second.
Keep hitting the wrong buttons. No patience.
Strike 3.
BGO struck out, 1 out.
Strike 3.
DiMaggio struck out,
Now up
2
to
out.
bat. Peace.
Medwick singled to left center, Chance scored,
Strike 3.
Chicago 1 Manchester 0. Roland
Strike
struck out, 3
You're
out. Ott struck out, 1 out. Davis flied shallow down left field line, 2 out. Burgess singled to left.
Strike 3.
Andrus struck out, 3 out. Hernandez grounded to third, safe on an error. Boudreau fly to deep center, 1 out.
Pick. Strike 3.
Betts struck out, 2 out.
Pick.
Hernandez stole second. Molina lined a single up the middle, Hernandez scored, Chicago 2 Manchester 0.
Ball 4. Take your base.
Chance walked, Molina to second. BGO fly to right center, 3 out.
Safe.
Randolph lined a triple down the first base line. Wild pitch, Randolph scored, Chicago 2 Manchester 1. Beltra struck out, 1 out. Williams fly down the left field line, 2 out. Donlin grounded to second, safe on an error. Pitch out. Smith line to second, 3 out. DiMaggio lined a single
Now
between
up to
third and
bat
short,
for the St. Louis
outfield error,
Cardinals,
DiMaggio
Joe
to
Ducky
second.
Medwick.
Medwick popped to first, 1 out.
Ball 4. Take your base.
Roland walked. Catcher pickoff.
Strike 3.
Hernandez struck out, 2 out. Boudreau popped to third, 3 out.
Time.
Oop, rain delay.
Rain delay minutes.
Ball 4.
Ott walked.
Ball 4.
Waddell is hurt and out of the game.
Davis walked, Ott to second, Waddell injured. Pitching for Chicago, Joe Horlan. Wild pitch, Ott to third, Davis to second. Burgess walked.
Hoot.
Andrus grounded to first, second to first double play, Ott scored, Davis to third, 2 out, Manchester 2 Chicago 2. Randolph lined a single up the middle, Davis scored, Manchester 3 Chicago 2. Beltra fly to deep left center, 3 out. Pitching for Manchester, Danny Darwin. Betts grounded to short, 1 out.
Strike 3.
Molina struck out, 2 out. Chance line to short, 3 out. Williams popped to third, 1 out. Donlin lined a single between first and second. Smith fly deep down the right field line, 2 out.
Ball 4. Take your base.
Ott walked, Donlin to second. Davis grounded to second, 3 out. BGO grounded to first, 1
Welcome
out.
to the show, welcome to the home of the world's biggest rodeo.
DiMaggio grounded to short, 2 out. Medwick line to short, 3 out.
Ball four.
Burgess walked.
Two.
Andra singled on the infield, Burgess to
Ball
second.
four.
Randolph walked, Burgess to third, Andrus to second. Beltra fly to deep center, sacrifice, Burgess scored, 1 out, Manchester 4 Chicago 2. Williams lined a single between third and short, Andrus scored, Randolph to second, Manchester 5 Chicago 2. Passed ball, Randolph to third, Williams to second. Donlin grounded to third, Randolph scored, Williams to third, 2 out, Manchester 6 Chicago 2. Smith fly to deep right center, 3 out. Pitching for Manchester, Deacon, Phillip. Roland fly to deep center, 1 out. Hernandez lined a single over second. Boudreau hit a 2-run homer down the left field line, 382 feet, Manchester 6 Chicago 4. Betts flied shallow down left field line, 2 out. Molina popped to short, 3 out. Pitching for Chicago, Al Worthington. Ott lined a triple to right center. Pitching for Chicago, Dennis Lamp. Davis intentionally walked. Pitching for Chicago, Roger McDowell. Burgess grounded to third, forcing Davis at second. Ott scored, 1 out,
Take your base.
Manchester 7 Chicago 4. Andrus walked, Burgess to second. Randolph grounded to third, Burgess to third, Andrus to second, 2 out. Beltra grounded a single between first and second, Burgess scored, Andrus scored, Manchester 9 Chicago 4. Williams singled up the middle, Beltra to third. Donlin fly to right center, 3 out. Chance grounded to first, 1 out.
Ball four.
BGO walked.
Welcome to the show, welcome to the home of the world's biggest rodeo.
DiMaggio fly to deep center, 2 out. Medwick fly to deep left center, 3 out. Smith fly to deep right center, 1 out.
Let's go ahead and throw a little zoom on this one.
Ott doubled off the wall down the third base line.
10-7, a win for Manchester. Let's see on the 18th. D-Gens and Lehigh. D-Gen shuts them out. Philly a shutout 5-0. T-Ville a winner. Edmonton a big win over Lancaster. Beantown stays 4 back. And Manchester and Chicago playing 2. Manchester wins that one. Edmonton wins their doubleheader, and Chicago gets Manchester to 14 in the nightcap. And we head on to the 19th. I'm going to stop on Friday the 20th and let Bernie finish this thing out tomorrow. And Edmonton now on a little bit of a roll here. Not out of it. Lehigh loses again. Man, I'm on a hell of a skid there. Chicago gets beat by Hagerstown. St. Louis keeps on rolling. Edmonton, another win. Beantown, a win. Chico's with the shutout. Degen's a winner. Philly, Vegas, a 2-1 win. And we've got St. Louis 7-2. So we are now 2/3 of the way through September. Take a look at what's going on. St. Louis with a big win here. Chicago trying to get that wild card spot, but Edmonton now is just 3.5 back of them. It's going to be close. What can happen there? Let's take a look. My Lehigh Lizards are horrible. What's their last? Oh yeah, they've been losing a lot in September. See if I got any injuries to worry about. I can't do anything about it anyway. Oh yeah, Brett out again, and Lave Cross is injured. So hurting at third base. Let me take a look at the league report. Who's got injuries? Yep, George Brett, I've lost him. Lave Cross pretty much out. Uh, not sure if any of these others are going to matter. Jose Canseco out for Philly. Trying to think about some of these teams coming down to the end. So when we pick back up again on the 21st, let's see what big games we've got. Edmonton's not playing, Chicago is. So this will be an interesting last week and a half of September. Can Edmonton squeak back into that playoff spot? It looks like in rain delay, whoever wins at Lancaster or Manchester is going to be the one that gets it. It looks like the wild card may come from Chicago, Edmonton, or San Francisco. So Edmonton, San Fran not out of it for the playoffs. Actually, T-Ville not out of it for the playoffs either. They're only 7 back of Lehigh. Wide open here. Looks like 2 of the 3 teams here. One's going to win it, and the other will make the playoffs, which will be the team that doesn't get in out of D-Gens, Philly, and Beantown. That's a heck of a race right there. So tomorrow, you go ahead and start zipping the file. I'm going to go ahead and conclude the broadcast, hop over in Discord. But yeah, tomorrow, Bernie's going to bring it home. Don't know what time. He'll let us know later. And we'll be able to get this regular season wrapped up and start thinking about playoff matchups as we head into next week.